really think about lowering the volume. Take note of what she's doing with her tongue, though. What I chose to do. Kia ora and welcome back. My name is ZoeStibi, your vocal coach for today. And in today's video, we're going to be taking a look at Adele singing Easy on Me because I really need to pick me up this morning and I wanted to share my energy with you. So let's see what she's up to with her vocal technique.
There ain't no gold in this river that I've been washing my hands in forever. I know there is hope in these waters, but I can't bring myself to swim when I am drowning in this silence. Baby, let me go in.
There's a couple of things. I have not seen this live performance just yet, even though I've heard the song a couple of times and I have a couple of students, obviously, because it's such a good song, that have sung this. So this is mastery at its best. You can hear here at the beginning, she goes,
I know there is hope.
yeah, sorry, getting the words wrong. In all my excitement, she goes, I know there is hope. And she flips into that lovely falsetto sound. Now, falsetto is where the vocal folds go stiff and they open up to allow a little bit of air through them. And then what she's doing there, instead of going, I know there is hope, which would kind of build up too much, it would just be too loud for this point in the song. So she's allowing that natural voice break to come in to flip up into that falsetto. I know there is hope. And I just love that. Then
In these waters, but I can't bring myself to swim when I am drowning in this silence, baby.
so many things. We're not going to be able to touch on all of them, don't worry. But you can hear there is that she goes, I know there is hope in these waters. And she's got quite a lot of that coming into the sound, or that lovely bit of constriction. You could almost say it's like the precursor to slack vocal folds, which is the sound. Well, it's quite a relaxed sound actually, and I want you to really think about lowering the volume. Use the microphone, come forward. And you can hear in this section just before she's starting the chorus, she's starting to ramp up. Take note of what she's doing with her tongue though.
But I can't bring myself to swim when I am drowning in this silence, baby. Let me go easy. Hug me, baby. I was still a child, didn't get the chance to feel the world around me. I had no time to choose what I chose to do. So go easy on me.
The artistry that goes into this. Now, a couple of people have kind of commented that, there's no way that a singer is thinking about all these things at once. Well, no, the artist itself is not thinking about these things because they've practiced it in the vocal studio and they've tried out all of these sounds and then they've learned how to incorporate it into their own singing. So no, Adele's probably not going, okay, I'm going to start with a glottal onset there and I'm going to, stop there. She's letting the emotions dictate that, but it's because she's such a good instrumentalist with her voice. She's gone through the hours, she's practiced, she knows her instrument well, and she's using all of those tools that she's learned to color her sound. Let's just go back to this start of this chorus. You can hear she flips up into a really lovely head voice, or I would also call it falsetto. There you go, lovely head voice. Go Can you hear that? Go ee. And that's that lovely passaggio, or what a lot of people call the voice break. Yeah, your voice isn't actually breaking. It's just going from the thick vocal folds up into that falsetto sound further up in the range. Now you can find your part of the range by going and allowing that passaggio, that natural flip to occur. So you start on middle C. No, my piano's not on. Ha 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 ha. Something I didn't prepare earlier. So there's middle C, and you're going to go, and you can hear that my voice kind of did a natural flip. Now yours might not flip there, yeah? It doesn't really matter where it does, but that's a great way for you to find it, and you're going to accentuate that flip. Go, go, ee. Now this happens quite a lot in music, and once you kind of hear that flip, you're going to go, okay, it happens like all the time. So listen to this. And you can see that she flips back into that like, honey baby. Now that's something that Cheryl Porter often also teaches as well, because I'm a big fan of hers. And she also teaches that honey baby, lovely breathy, and that abrupt onset into that thick vocal folds where you're bringing them back together so that you're not going, easy on me baby, because that would like have no power to the sound. We want, bring the resonance back. We want that core back to the sound.
I was still a child, didn't get the chance to feel the world around me. I had no time to choose what I chose to do. So go easy on me.
Just one more thing, because so good. Oh my goodness me. Let me know down in the comments what your favorite part is about that first bit of the song, because her connection to the lyric is just, it's moving me. Oh, I just love it. I love Adele. Did you notice as well that the tongue was right behind the bottom teeth? Did you notice that? I'm going to talk a little bit in the next break about why that's important. But if you would like to learn more about how to basically just sing better, check out my free sing lesson available in the description below, because it's like everything to do with the tongue.
There ain't no room for things to change when we are both so deeply stuck in our ways. You can't deny how hard I have tried. I changed who I was to put you both first, but now I give up. Go.
Oh my goodness me. Okay, did you see there though in the second verse she didn't flip into that high bit? I forget the words.
When we are both, there ain't no room
She did a little bit,
for things to change. When we are both,
and she basically stays on this very thick vocal fold sound, this chest voice sound in this whole second verse. And she goes, you can't deny. And did you notice as well, I said about the tongue is staying stuck behind the bottom teeth. Now that's really important so that the tongue doesn't go, you can't deny, and it gets pulled back in the mouth. So if you're someone that really struggles with high notes, I want you to check out my singing lesson available in the description, because it will blow your mind how important the tongue is in your singing journey. And if you're someone that's starting their singing journey and you're just like, oh my God, Zoe, I don't even know what I should do. How do I start? How do I practice a song like this? How do I know what I'm supposed to be working on? And you know, I want a step-by-step guide as to like how I should start my singing journey. Then I want you to check out my Fundamentals of Singing course, because for 45 euros, I give it to you and I take you through the 10 steps to starting your singing journey. And the course is like an hour and a half long. It's super duper quick. but it's everything that I would teach within the first 10 hours of singing lessons. And I've like squished it all together into these really bite-sized videos for you so that you can watch them, you can implement them immediately into your singing practice. So check that out, available in the description below, because 45 euros, I mean, literally it's less than the cost of one singing lesson.
Things that change when we are both so deeply stuck in our ways. You can't deny how hard I've tried. I changed who I was to put you both first, but now I give up. Go ease on me, baby. I was still a child, didn't get the chance to feel the world around me. I had no time to choose what I chose to do, and so go easy on me.
We have to talk about, though, like why that chorus, go easy on me, baby, is such a great exercise. And if you want to learn, I mean, I'm not even saying because I turned it into a vocal exercise, because I really am not a big fan of vocal exercises. I like to take portions of songs and turn them into technical exercises, because I find exercises are great for ear training. I think they're improperly used for vocal teaching. So I really, really love when she's going into this lovely, more thicker vocal fold sound, which is the chest voice sound. You can see the tongue is sitting right at the back of the bottom teeth, and you can even see, it's really great here because you can see.
Go easy
Watch your tongue.
on me, baby.
Yeah, her tongue doesn't actually really. She goes easy on me, baby, which is why I love the exercise, because a lot of singers try to move their tongue in order to create those notes. Now, the note is not changed by the tongue position. The note is changed by the vocal folds here. It's also not changed from the breath pressure. So it's going to help you to stop pushing breath when you have a faster succession of notes. Yeah. But this thick vocal fold sound is just so beautiful with Adele, and she's right near the microphone. It's not particularly loud, but you can see when she does go loud because she goes away from the microphone. Let's just watch that.
I was still a child, didn't get the chance to feel the world around me.
So she goes away
I
from
had
it a little
no
bit.
time to choose what I chose to do, and so go easy on me.
Where did she breathe? Where did she breathe, everybody? In the middle of a word. Do we care? No, because breath is so much less important than you think it is. So I want you to stop right now. Thank you very much. Every time I say that, I have to sing that song. I want you to stop right now about thinking so much about your breath when you're singing. I want you to think more about your vocal fold closure. How are you going to do that? Because when your vocal folds are closed, you're not letting the fucking air out. And when you're not letting the air out, you don't need as much air. Thus endeth the lesson. So comment below, though, if you would like some more videos on belting. Because I was trying to find Felicia Ricci's belting course, because I know she was like a big belter and a fantastic vocal teacher online, and it's disappeared. So do you guys want more of belting information? Let me know down in the comments. I just want you to comment like belting. I'd love it. Just scream it at me, belting in capital letters. And I'll know that you guys want some more help. Adele's amazing. This is just so stunning. You can really hear the finesse in the sound, and I'm loving that she's connecting with the lyric. And that's a big part about belting as well. Notice what she's doing is she's going higher in the range. She's just lifting her head just ever so slightly.
On me. I had good intentions, and I had
she's just a wonderful, wonderful artist. Oh my God. Like, got some watery eyes. Here, everybody. We got so much makeup on. I feel like it's just gonna like soak up any tears today. Oh my God. She's incredible. It sounds a little bit like her vocal folds are a little bit dry, actually. I get a lot of questions like, oh, why do they do that on that one recording? I want you to listen to like a couple of recordings, like live performances of her singing this, and just see like the difference, because her voice is sounding when she's going this, I have, and she's using a little bit more falsetto than I would have expected. And it just sounds like a little bit crackly as she's going back down into the lower part of the range. I'm not saying that's a bad thing. I'm just saying that's like a telltale sign for me as a vocal coach to say, okay, the vocal folds might be a little bit dry. There's a lot of like fake smoke around it. What do you call it again? That like smoke shit that people put on stage. That really dries out the vocal folds. So that like, it's awful stuff for the voice. So maybe it's that, could be a whole bunch of stuff, but she manages it, because that's the whole point of learning to sing, you know, properly with good technique, is that you learn how to manage anything, like, you know, like a lot of things with your voice when stuff kind of like isn't going perfectly, because like your perfect vocal days will be like what, one a month. Yeah. And especially if you're a woman with hormone changes, it'll be like half a day a month where your voice feels like bang on point. Yeah. There's just way too much to go into in one video. This is just like, it's already like 22 minutes long. She's incredible. I absolutely love her vocal technique. The thing that I love most about Adele, and let me know down in the comments what you love most about their performance, is that she's so connected to her sound that I don't think she could give two fucks about like whether she belts that note or doesn't belt that note or whatever, and doesn't give a shit about like who she should sound like. And that's kind of like the leaf that I want you to take out of her book right now. And I want you to go, you know what? It doesn't matter. I don't have to belt that note. I don't, you know, I can flip into this lovely falsetto sound and it sounds genuine. As long as I've made that decision to say, okay, I really want I connect with that sound and I connect with these lyrics, then we're going to forgive you everything as long as we believe it. And I believe her 100%. Adele, oh, you're amazing. I can't wait to see all of your questions and everything. Let me know. I'm here for you. I try to answer all of these questions, but and all of your comments. But I'm a one-man band over here, so I'm doing my best with teaching full-time as well. Have an awesome rest of your day. Check out some other amazing belters over here, because Morissette Anon is absolutely incredible with her belting technique, and also Leah Salonga is also a massive belter. Oh wait, and I also checked out more Adele. I don't know. Check it out somewhere. I'll put it up here. And links in the description. Anyway, have an awesome rest of your day. Happy singing.